Stretch and Strengthen. My name is Erica Connor. This is produced by Solutions Northwest. Please check with your physician before beginning any exercise program. Today we're going to be focusing on the inner thighs. The strength of the inner thigh helps support the pelvis and then your spine. So we're going to be starting with a standing exercise. You can have a chair or a table for balance. So you're going to be standing on one leg. So I'm going to start with my right leg being the standing leg. And we're going to be working the inner thigh by crossing over. So I'm going to bring my weight into the right leg. The left foot's going to float slightly in front. Try and maintain a level pelvis without hiking your hip up. So the spine is even on both sides. So you're going to inhale, take the leg across. Exhale, come wide. Inhale, take the leg behind. Exhale to come wide. Step forward a little. Inhale, coming across. Exhaling out. Inhale, coming behind, and exhaling out. So I'm thinking about the inside line of the foot, right on that inner arch, is staying parallel instead of letting the foot rotate. Coming across and out, coming across and out. The standing leg, I have just a little bit of softness in that knee, so I'm not locking that joint. And one more time forward, and just a light touch for balance. Make sure you're not gripping tightly with that stabilizing hand. So bringing left foot down, we're going to switch to the right leg. Bringing that foot out in front, checking for that soft knee on the standing leg and level hips. And then you're going to come across and exhale out. Inhaling across and exhale out. Inhale across. Exhale out. So if you're going to look at your form, you can take a glance down and check, but make sure you don't stay with your head down the whole time. So you have a nice tall posture and paying attention to the felt sense of the movement. And you can do a visual check to make sure. Foot stays parallel forward, hips are staying level. And one more time in the back. And then resting. So now we're going to add a rotation to that, working a different part of the inner thigh. So I'm going to bring the weight back into the right leg. Left foot floats forward, soft knee, level pelvis. This time your toes and your knee are going to turn out to the side. So using a little bit more of the back of the inner thigh. And you're going to inhale across, exhaling out, inhale behind, and exhale out. Inhaling across, exhale out. Inhaling behind and exhale out. Make sure you're not turning in the spine to bring your leg across. Keep the spine level. So you're really working your deep hip socket muscles as you're moving the leg. And I definitely feel work in the standing leg. It's doing the stabilization work. So you get 2 for 1. And last time in the back. And then resting neutral. Shifting the weight into the left leg, right leg floats, checking that alignment, turning the knee and the toes out, and then pulling the heel across and out. Inhale, pull across, keeping pelvis centered, and out. Just a light touch for balance. And exhale out, inhale, pull across, exhale out. Just staying in a range that works for you. If coming behind is challenging for your hip, you can do all of them across the front. It'll still strengthen your inner thigh. Do one more each position here. And coming around. And resting neutral. So this movement strengthening, then we're going to do a stationary strengthening one. And this is great if you're standing in line somewhere. You can be strengthening your inner thighs and nobody knows that you're getting some exercise in. So I'm going to keep a little bit of space between my feet, and without moving my feet on the floor, I'm going to pretend or try to pull my feet towards each other. And if you watch the space right here between the knees, that's going to narrow just a little bit. So here I'm going to pull my feet towards each other, and then I'm going to relax. Pulling the feet in and relax. And I feel all these muscles here toning and engaging and releasing. And we'll do one more in this position. Engaging, pulling the feet inward and releasing. Then you're going to take a little bit step out, so we work it in a different range of motion. And same thing, stationary feet, and then think of pulling the feet towards each other and release. Make sure you breathe through that, so you can take an inhale as you pull, exhale to relax, inhale to pull, exhale to relax. One more, my feet are parallel forward, and relax. We're going to do one more position change, just a little bit wider, works the muscle in a different way. Soften the knees, toes forward, and then inhale to pull, exhale to relax. Inhale, pull, exhale, relax. 2 more times. And last one. So with that strengthening, then we're going to do a stretch to help keep the muscle nice and long. So we're going to be doing a side step. So you're going to bring your right leg out to the side. It's going to stay straight. You're going to start with your feet spread apart. You're going to bend your left knee. So your weight's going to shift over your left foot. Make sure your knee does not pass your toe. It stays behind the toes. Hips are sitting back, and the belly is supporting your spine. So you can have hands on thigh a little bit if that helps you. And then I'm feeling the stretch through this right leg here. If you need a little bit deeper stretch, you can have a wider stance. Or if this leg allows, you can sit a little bit lower into that posture. So I'm keeping a real neutral spine. I'm not tucking the hips under, and I'm not arching through the upper back. It's real even. Both feet are pointing forward. This is definitely work for this leg. If that's hard on your body, you can do this seated so that this leg can rest and you'll have the straight leg out to the side, just sitting at the front edge of a chair. So do 2 more breaths here. Just feeling this lengthen all the way from the hip down just past the knee joint towards the shin. Then you'll push with this leg to bring yourself up, and then switching sides, bending the right knee. Left leg is out long. So hips are going to stay squared forward. Make sure you're not twisting towards the bent knee and keeping that knee behind the toes. Nice neutral spine. Breath is moving. Just letting this lengthen through. And as that stretch releases, if you need a little bit deeper stretch, you can shimmy your foot out a little further, or you can squat a little deeper with that standing leg. And belly a little bit engaged, shoulders soft. 2 more breaths. And then pressing with that straight leg, coming up to standing. Thank you for joining.